We live on a tiny, fragile blue planet, orbiting a star in an infinite, often harsh universe. When you think about Earth's potential demise, the usual suspects come to mind: asteroids, supervolcanoes, or even the eventual expansion of the sun. But the truth is, there are far more terrifying, yet less discussed threats out there. These are scenarios that could wipe out life on Earth literally tomorrow. And believe it or not, they are more likely than you might think. Let's take a look at 4 of the most chilling ways Earth could be destroyed, and why these cosmic dangers should be on our radar. Rogue black holes. Black holes are undoubtedly some of the most mystifying and deadly objects in the universe. Most of us are familiar with the concept of a black hole sitting quietly at the center of a galaxy, but there's a far more terrifying variety: the rogue black hole. These cosmic giants don't reside at any particular point. Instead, they drift through space, wandering aimlessly across the galaxy. Invisible to the naked eye, rogue black holes are born when massive stars collapse under their own gravity, creating a point in space so dense that not even light can escape its grasp. But it's not just their invisibility that makes them dangerous. It's the fact that there are possibly hundreds of millions of these rogue black holes scattered throughout our galaxy alone. And the most terrifying part? We've only discovered a handful. Rogue black holes don't emit detectable light or radiation, which makes them incredibly difficult to spot. Instead, scientists rely on observing how they interact with nearby stars, either by sucking in material or distorting light via a process known as gravitational lensing. While it's extremely unlikely that one of these rogue black holes will crash into Earth, if it did, the consequences would be disastrous. There are several ways this could unfold. The first and most dramatic scenario is that the black hole could simply consume Earth if it makes direct contact with us. While the odds of this happening are about 1 in a billion, the damage would be swift and final. A more likely, though still terrifying, possibility is that a rogue black hole could pass close enough to Earth to cause a phenomenon called tidal disruption. This happens when the gravitational pull on one side of the Earth is far stronger than on the other side, causing the planet to be stretched out like a piece of spaghetti. This process, known as spaghettification, would tear the Earth apart and scatter it into space. The odds of this happening? Around 1 in 10 million. While still unlikely, it's far more probable than you winning the Powerball jackpot. Finally, even if the black hole didn't touch Earth directly, its gravity could still disrupt the orbits of the planets, sending Earth off course. It could either be hurled toward the sun or flung out of the solar system entirely. This scenario is the most likely of the 3, with a 1 in 10,000 chance of a rogue black hole passing close enough to cause these kinds of disruptions. While the possibility is still small, it's far from impossible. A flare-up from our sun. While the rogue black hole threat may seem far-fetched, another cosmic disaster is far more within our grasp: solar storms. Our sun, about 150 million kilometers away, is the source of life for Earth, but it's also a source of potentially deadly power. Every 11 years, the sun goes through an active phase known as the solar maximum, during which it erupts in solar flares and coronal mass ejections. These bursts of charged particles are capable of wreaking havoc on everything from power grids to communication systems. These solar events happen regularly, but when they're particularly intense, they can be dangerous. A great example of this is the Carrington event of 1859, the most powerful solar storm on record. Astronomer Richard Carrington observed a massive solar flare, and just 18 hours later, the effects were felt here on Earth. Auroras lit up the sky around the world, and telegraph wires literally caught fire. Today, such a storm would have catastrophic consequences. If a similar solar storm were to strike Earth today, the results could be devastating. The storm would induce massive electrical currents in power grids, leading to surges that could destroy transformers and power stations. Communication systems would be knocked offline, and satellites would be severely damaged or disabled. The worst part? It would take weeks, if not months, for the world to recover, as the infrastructure needed to support our digital lives would be crippled. In the worst-case scenario, millions of people could die from the fallout. Whether it's from freezing temperatures due to lack of power, starvation from disrupted supply chains, or dehydration from the inability to access clean water. Solar storms are one of the most dangerous space weather phenomena we face. And the scary part is that we're due for another solar maximum soon. Gamma ray bursts. Imagine a beam of energy so powerful that it could vaporize the Earth in an instant. This isn't science fiction. It's a very real phenomenon known as a gamma ray burst. GRBs are the universe's most powerful explosions, typically caused by the collapse of a massive star or the merger of two neutron stars. When these events occur, they send out a blast of gamma rays and energetic particles at nearly the speed of light. If a gamma ray burst were to hit Earth directly, it would essentially be the end of life as we know it. Within seconds, the planet's atmosphere would be ionized, and harmful radiation would rain down on every living thing. The sheer energy released would strip away the ozone layer, leaving the Earth exposed to the sun's deadly ultraviolet radiation. The result? A slow, painful extinction for life on Earth. While this scenario sounds like something out of a doomsday movie, it's actually a real concern. The good news is that the chances of a gamma ray burst hitting Earth are incredibly small. For one, the closest gamma ray bursts are usually located billions of light years away. However, if a GRB were to occur within 200 light years, it could vaporize our planet. Fortunately, such events are rare, happening maybe once every billion years or so. But even though the likelihood is low, the devastation they would cause is unparalleled. A cosmic flash from the past. Interestingly, scientists believe that a GRB may have played a role in the second largest mass extinction event in Earth's history, about 440 million years ago. The theory is that a GRB from a star located roughly 6,000 light-years away stripped away half of Earth's ozone layer, exposing life to harmful UV radiation. While we can't know for certain whether a GRB caused this event, the possibility adds a haunting dimension to the idea that these cosmic explosions are not just theoretical. They have impacted Earth before. False vacuum decay. Of all the potential ways the Earth could meet its end, false vacuum decay is by far the most terrifying. This concept is deeply rooted in the strange and mind-boggling world of quantum physics. But don't worry, I'll break it down in simple terms. Essentially, the idea comes from the way the universe is structured at its most fundamental level. In quantum field theory, everything in the universe, every particle and force, is governed by fields that extend throughout space. Each of these fields has a specific energy level, much like a ball resting in a valley. The lowest possible energy level is known as the vacuum state, which is considered stable. But here's the catch. Just because a field is in a low energy state doesn't mean it's in the most stable state it could be in. What if the Higgs field, the one that gives all particles mass, is not in its true vacuum state? If a section of the Higgs field suddenly tunnels to a lower energy state, it would trigger a chain reaction, spreading throughout the universe at the speed of light. As this true vacuum state propagates, it would annihilate everything in its path, including Earth. The entire universe would be rewired, and our planet would simply cease to exist. It may sound like science fiction, but physicists theorize that this could happen at any moment. The troubling part? There's no way to detect or prevent it. If false vacuum decay were to occur, we wouldn't even have time to process what was happening. We would just be gone, instantly, and that's it. 4 terrifying ways the Earth could end tomorrow. If you found this video eye-opening and maybe a little unnerving, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing content on the cosmos, space, and everything in between. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious. See you in the next video.